We all have a story. Within each story, the defining moments help shape who we are. Each of those moments help us bring unique perspective to this incredible profession. It is the responsibility of every one of us to share our story because our experiences are meaningful. My journey. I grew up as the youngest of 8 children in Oakland, California. I attended the University of California, Berkeley, and then was fortunate enough to become a 27-plus year member of this great organization. And my crowning jewel is I'm the mother of 3 beautiful children. And all of these things have played a huge part in making me the person and the leader that I am today. Together, we share an equal part in defining the future of women leaders in law enforcement.
If you were to describe your mom in one word, what would that word be for you?
Do you want the answer right now? I feel like there's not a word for me to explain my mom.
I'm Officer Smith, and I work for the Desert Hot Springs Police Department in the city of Desert Hot Springs. Life was tough. My parents, both of them, were alcoholics. My parents separated when I was super young. Different families raised me, and then I became pregnant at the age of 13.
She was the only figure we had.
Even though she was alone, she always made it a point to always be at every baseball game, every event. She literally just dedicated her whole life to us.
She fought. She did everything she can to help her kids do better.
To take them away from what I went through. I didn't want them to have the life that I had, and I had to do better. And so I had to be strong and overcome that.
My name is Jeff Reynolds, and my wife is Captain Misty Reynolds.
I'm one of 5 girls. So my stepmom had 2 daughters, and then my father had 2 children with my stepmom. So I was the person in the middle. Probably started back when I was 11 years old.
She had it hard with my mom, her stepmother.
I've had my head cracked open, stabbed by stepmom. So CPS and the cops came to my house pretty regularly. I knew that they wanted to help, but I wouldn't let them. They symbolized hope.
My name is John Quintero, and my daughter is Jacqueline Quintero, and she currently works at the NDO office, California Highway Patrol.
My dad was a California Highway Patrol officer as well. He retired last December. My mom is also employed by the California Highway Patrol.
She goes, yeah, because I was kind of thinking about that, about joining the Highway Patrol. And I said, wow, that'd be great.
It was kind of calling me because I loved every aspect about this job. I just love it. So I actually went through the academy twice. I was at week 16 and I failed out, of course, on high speed.
She goes, you know what, man, this high speed took me out. I'm like, yeah, you know what happens. And she said, man, I could taste it though. I could taste it, man. I was right on it, and I just couldn't make that turn.
Failing something that I wanted so bad was just, I was in shock, and I was just like, I don't know, maybe this isn't for me.
I'm a sergeant with the Palm Springs Police Department, and I am married to Melissa Demery, who is a captain here.
I had a couple of officers that came to a class when I was in 3rd grade, and it kind of really piqued my curiosity. I had never had any interaction with a law enforcement officer prior to that, and that was just the way that they carried themselves, their uniform presence, everything about it was just intriguing to me.
There was an officer from Beaumont PD, he was a lieutenant, and he is the one that helped me. And he told me that I could do this. He told me, even though you had a baby when you're young, you can go to school, go back to school. You can provide for your kids. You just got to be strong. And he was the one always pushing me. And that's why I became in law enforcement, because of him. And I remember him to this day in the back of my head. You could do this. You could do this.
If I can become a cop and prevent kids from going through this, I figured I could see it. I've been there, so I could tell when kids are lying to me.
Probably the most life-changing moment in my career in law enforcement happened on October 8th, 2016, when we lost our 2 officers.
Leslie Zarebny, who was one of the officers killed, she and Melissa were pregnant at the exact same time. And they went through their pregnancies together, both first pregnancy kind of a thing. So they actually became pretty close.
And I would tell people that don't ever take people for granted. Don't ever take people for granted, not 1 second in this profession.
As a mother, a wife, I have vowed to do everything different than kind of what was done to me. So I didn't have a mentor, so it's important for me to mentor young women.
Going back to the academy, I felt, you know what? I filled out for a purpose, because now I have females or other males that have never been here before. I like to know that people can count on me, so having those people come to me for different things like that made me feel good, and it made me feel good to teach them.
I think that we have the ability to impact people's lives in such a profound way with every contact that we make, every phone call that we make, every interaction that we have, and I don't ever take that for granted.
I know how I had it, and I know that somebody came in and made a difference for me. So if I can make just that 1% difference in somebody's life, then that means I did my job for the day.
I grew up in that mess. You don't have to follow that path. You could do absolutely anything. I went from living in my car to commanding a station. How does that happen?
And so when I see somebody and I go to a call and I know I can make that difference, I sit there and I talk to them and I listen to them and I tell them, hey, you know what? I'm here to help you.
I think it's important for us to share our story. I think it's important to be a little more human.
We need to have those people that are still willing to be selfless, still willing to go out there and put other people before yourself.
Anything is possible in life. Even though you hit one obstacle, maintain your focus and stay determined and set goals, and you can go anywhere in life.
Work hard and remain passionate. Remember why you got into this profession in the first place.
I would say, Jackie, I'm so excited for what you have become and the young lady that you are. And I'm so proud to be your dad. And I look forward in awe with what the Lord has planned for you.
She wants to be a very good example to our kids as well. That's probably the most important.
I think she's very fair and she sets a good example for so many people.
She's, like I said, a mom, a wife, a professional. It's her focus, it's her intelligence. Everything about her personality, her makeup, makes her successful.
She's crazy, she's funny, she's loving, she's mom, she's my friend, she's my hero, she's our hero, she's all these things.
We are strong. We are confident. We shine bright. Our work makes our communities a better place to live. Share your story. Be bold, be brave, but most importantly, be you.